Everybody has discovered what a wonderful place it is, especially to raise children. Lots of young families up here. And they do come for that purpose, to raise their children here. It's beautiful.
I'm not from here. I don't have family here. You know, you have to have places like this that can connect you with the services that you need to, you know, just to get it done. I don't know what I'd have done really without them.
I think that parents ultimately need that peace of mind, so I do believe that it's very important for an organization like the Four Cs to be so successful in our community.
And it has migrated from babysitting many years ago, and now we look at ourselves as professionals, and we also call ourselves teachers as well, because the early childhood developmental years from 0 to 5 are very, very important. And so we feel that every day we teach. Everybody at the Four Cs, the ChildCare Connections, has been very, very helpful, and to get everybody on board, and a huge resource for providers. Also, the workshops that they offer, they've always got a wide variety. I just got a mailing this morning about several workshops that they're offering in the area, and it is really great for daycare providers that cannot go back to school and get their associate's or bachelor's degree. This is a good way for them to stay up on current needs for early childhood. You never stop learning, and you're never too old to learn, and I had thought that I had seen everything and learned everything, and then I learned a whole lot more. So yeah, we do in-house trainings as well. We present it to the parents and to the assistants. And so we try to reach as many families and as many people in the area as what we can to educate them. I called on them quite a few times when I was working on my new contract and my new parents handbook. I called them and they gave me kind of an overview of what people were charging and their policies and procedures, and so they can share some of that with other daycare parents. I'm very, very passionate, and anytime anybody starts talking about early childhood and child care and dealing with children that are 0 to 5, I just burst.
I came from Indianapolis, which is not even a big city, but I just got tired of it. I drove a shorter distance, and it took me twice as long to get to work just because the traffic was so bad. And I used to drive up here all the time, and I camped around Grayling, and I trout fished and did all that kind of stuff, and hiking. And I just, you know, I thought, why don't I just stay? Before we had Alex, our first son, that was a big thing I worried about, was childcare. It's one of the first things I told my wife. I said, if we're gonna have children, we need to know. We're not gonna wait till the baby's here and say, oh, by the way, we need somebody to watch them while we're working. And that's where her mother came in, and we had no idea that her mother was gonna have back problems and not be able to lift the baby and stuff. Which, you know, that we didn't make a backup plan. So 4Cs kind of turned into our backup plan, and it worked out really, really well. We did an interview with her. That was another thing. They give you all kinds of handouts about what kind of questions to ask, what to look for in the home. You know, I didn't know any of that stuff. I mean, I take people at their word, I guess, and you gotta be careful. I just felt really good about it, and now, yeah, I'm not preoccupied, and especially in the job I do, I really can't be preoccupied. I have to be thinking about what I'm doing at that moment, or it could be trouble. So yeah, it's great to have a real easy feeling about it. The first time when we were kind of out there and first used 4Cs, I had a lot of anxiety. I didn't know, and I was very nervous, but when my wife came home the other day, basically we found out on Sunday that Wednesday of that same week was our last day in childcare. I said, don't worry about it. I'll call 4Cs and we'll be fine. And I haven't really, I mean, honestly, until you asked me that, I never really thought that. I did not worry at all, and I'm a chronic worrier.
ChildCare Connections, which is also known as the Northwest Michigan 4C Council, covers 12 counties of Northwest Michigan. about the size of the state of Connecticut. Our database has about 600 providers listed, and we have provided referrals to over 2,000 families last year. I would say helping parents become informed consumers is what we do the best. And second, I would hope that we are helping providers strive to be the best that they can be for those parents. We also encourage parents, though, to really have a good communication and working relationship with their provider. The importance of the workforce being focused and not having to have an added pressure of worrying about what's happening with their children during the day is very helpful. It's any employer should want that. It's a critical piece for the workforce to be productive. Well, I think it was a natural progression for me to end up where I am right now, because I started out as a child care provider. Actually, I started out as a mom, then I decided to become a child care provider. My passion for the agency's directive is that I want to see children all have a good chance at having a good environment and having a good start. We know through research right here in Michigan that from age 0 to 3, the child's brain is developing and there are critical connections that are being made, and it's based on what experiences those children have. So if there's any crucial time that we need to be looking at what we're doing with our children, it's 0 to 3. We like to say it's early childhood education, but the term that's used is child care or daycare. So it actually is workforce development. It's citizenry development, or I don't know if that's the right term, but you know, it's impacting the types of people we have in our society in the future.
And when you're new to the area, and if you don't have relatives here, you have to depend on an agency that you can trust.
I think that the Four Cs is just, it's a great resource so that people have that ease, that peace of mind that their kids are okay during the day.
So, you know, in our unique circumstance, I think that it was especially helpful to have Four Cs helping us.
This is developing the part of the community. This is the future citizens of this community. It's important to make sure that they have a good start.